Growing up in Detroit, I listened to urban radio, and I was enamored with the sounds of radio, the individuals who were introducing music and those who introduced news.
Twice over the past 8 months, I traveled to the Midwest, to a city that has become a metaphor for many, for jobs lost, factories closed, and the disappearance of the 9-to-5 middle class.
GBH called me in 1995 to work for a new program called The World. And it was always funny to tell people I worked for The World. After that, I went to National Public Radio, following a Nieman Fellowship at Harvard. And from there, briefly to WBUR, and from there back to WGBH in the capacity as a reporter, then senior investigative reporter. I arrived in 2010 and have been here since then. In order to explain caste in the United States, it was absolutely critical for me to explain what caste is in India.
He knows everybody. He knows everybody's story because he's such a warm and kind and generous person. Phillip just engages with an open heart. And that has been a lesson that Phillip has helped me learn that has just been extraordinarily powerful.
Why do you think caste has followed you and others across the Atlantic?
Phillip is something of an icon in broadcast because of what he brings to his work. He has a three-dimensional perspective on how one reports a story.
Favorite series, which I think was an important series, was some of the initial reporting and journalism that I did on human trafficking.
It was really taxing on him. He felt for these people and he felt, am I gonna be able to, how can I help? It really went to your heart. And Phillip was working so hard to tell the story, to make sure that people understood what people get through in this world.
Another important moment for me has been reporting on extremism.
And is that part of the way they're being targeted for that kind of work?
We had a larger audience that understood what was happening in Massachusetts.
Black, Latino, Latinx patients were not receiving the same quality of care, and therefore they wanted to level the playing field.
I don't really think of Phillip as a broadcaster. I think of Phillip as a journalist in broad sense of the word. I admire his almost insatiable curiosity.
His journalistic footprint is really quite something.
Why it's important to continue doing what we do, me as an investigative reporter, others, other types of reporting and broadcasters, is because you really want well-researched, well-documented, data-driven information communicated to the audience at large.
He said, I have the energy to do it, so as long as I have the energy, I will do it.